Early last month, the European Union began deploying election observers in Egypt. The interim government specifically requested a mission from the bloc, but its communication equipment was seized, and as a result, 30 observers delayed their departure for Egypt. Once customs released the equipment, though, the EU was quick to assure it was merely a slight hitch.
I'm sure there was no intention whatsoever from the Egyptian authorities to block our work. Our interlocutor for all the process was the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they were, as I mentioned before, extremely cooperative all the time. So it's a matter, as it's a fact that the material was there, but there were some bureaucratic and administrative questions that had to be solved. They are solved. We have the material. We're going to. We can start the second phase of our work.
Relations between Cairo and the EU have been strained since the army ousted Mohamed Morsi last year. Both the United States and the EU suspended some of its aid to the country. That's set to resume once Egypt returns to democratic rule. It's one of the reasons Egyptian authorities invited the mission, but its head says EU observers are merely there as guests.
In every observation mission is not to legitimize any elections. The legitimization of the elections is done by the people of the country where we are. And so we are here as guests of the Egyptian people. We are here to observe and then to try to help the building up of institutional and democratic institutions. And this is the aim of our mission.
The observers plan to travel the entire country. They will not, however, disclose which polling stations they'll visit. The EU's election observation mission stressed that its role is not to give legitimacy to the presidential elections. But this is the first time the Egyptian government invites the mission to monitor any of the elections that took place after the January Revolution, trying to show the world that the next elections will be as transparent as possible. Adel Mahroui, CCTV, Cairo.